UPN News by Lilet Garzón, Samara Sanchez, and Sandra Jaramillo. What's news today in the world?
Good morning, everybody. Today we are going to talk about the Council of Europe clash about vaccinated citizens. The COVID-19 pandemic, which started last year, brought various difficult consequences on the world, such as poverty, downtown economy, and unemployment. And that is the reason why many countries were working in getting a vaccines to fight that virus. Different countries such as Russia, China, and the United States reached that goal of creating their own vaccines, and then different agreements to spread them around the world were established.
Consequently, citizens have been worried about the management of those vaccine programs, since some governments decided to press them to be vaccinated as mandatory without paying attention to their rights as individuals to make their own decisions. In addition, they were untested vaccines that some others took as disrespectful for being experimental jobs.
As a result of that, on 27th of January, European Union member states signed the Resolution 2361, having as the main purpose to avoid unvaccinated people's discrimination due to the growing idea of vaccine passports, which would be required to gain access to varied public places such as malls, sports events, and others, public transport, or travel abroad.
This resolution obliges governments to respect citizens by informing them on three important statements. First, COVID vaccinations are not mandatory. Second, they cannot be forced to get them. And third, they cannot be discriminated against for making the decision of not being vaccinated.
Now, our reporter Sandra Jaramillo quizzed a citizen from England about this topic. Good morning, Sandra.
Good morning, Lilet. How are you today?
Fine, thank you.
Okay. For expanding this information, we would like to know what people think about these measures. Today, we have an interview with a person who is a citizen and wants to share his opinion about that. So here we go. First, we are going to know him.
Lilet is trying to communicate with him.
Maybe we don't have a good connection now. So you know that all over the world, people are connecting in this moment.
Okay, we have
Thanks.
him.
Here we have.
Hello, my name is Trevor and I am from Sheffield, England.
Thanks, Trevor. Okay, now here we go with the question about that. Have you heard about any vaccine passport in your country? And what do you think? Or have you been forced to get a vaccine?
I have heard of the vaccine passports. This is happening in Europe already. They are taking them, they are making these vaccine passports so that if you have not been vaccinated, you cannot get into the country. So the UK is looking at this and it looks like we are all going to have to take the vaccines and prove that we have in order to enter another country. So if I wanted to come to Colombia, I would have to show that I have been vaccinated. And that's the only way that I will be able to leave this country. And it will be the same for other people in other countries.
Okay, Trevor. And now next question. Do you think government should take into account individual rights instead of making decisions by communities?
I think the governments should listen to the people, but in this situation, they won't because they call it a pandemic. And the fact that it is a pandemic overrides anything that the public or the people in this country may think. So they stand there, they make the rules, they tell us what we can and can't do. It becomes a dictatorship to a point. Other than that, the dictator has got his cohorts, his companions, who also help deliver these crazy rules that we all have to live by. They tell us that we can't go to places that we...
Okay. Now our last question, Trevor. Do you believe in a vaccine program? Yes or not, and why?
It sounds crazy, but yes, I do believe in vaccine programs, but not to the point that they are putting something completely different inside you. It's something synthetic. I do my research. I'm not happy with this mRNA and what it does, because not enough investigation has been done into the long-term effects of having this particular vaccine inside you. And in this country at the moment, they are deciding to vaccinate anyone from the age of 18 upwards. So this can affect young people, those wanting to get pregnant. So this vaccination program I'm not happy with, but others can be good because they help the human race as a whole, but not this one. I think this one needs more research, and there are so many people that are opposed to this vaccine, and the fact that there are so many people opposed to it, I believe this needs to be investigated. And these are my answers to the question, Sandra.
Okay, thank you very much. Thanks a lot for your time, Trevor. I hope that you can be here in Colombia anytime after this pandemic. Okay, here from Bogota, reporting Sandra Jaramillo.
Thank you, Sandra. Thank you, Vivian. Let's see next opportunity in our UPN news.
Okay,
Bye.
thank you for your attention.
Bye, girls.
Bye. Bye,
See you.
Sandra.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.